Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. Be sure to check me out over on Rumble. There you'll find all of my stuff from YouTube, plus my political and social commentary and weekly current events, which YouTube frowns on. Links to my Rumble channel, as well as my other YouTube channels, and links to let you order my books are in the description of this video. If you enjoy my content, please like, subscribe, share, and comment. I welcome your comments, even if you disagree with me. Now, on with the video. Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. I'm doing an advanced Dungeons & Dragons monster video on the Mantrap. I started playing Dungeons & Dragons back in the 70s. I started running advanced Dungeons & Dragons in 1979. I've been playing this game a long time, and whenever I'm running a game, I try to find monsters that are unusual, because it's the unusual that's more interesting. In Dungeons and Dragons, there are literally hundreds of different monsters and that a dungeon master can choose to challenge as players. In my opinion, one of the most insidious is the one that forces players to put themselves in harm's way. The Mantrap is such a monster. It's not the ugh, kill, hack and slash or bash variety of critter. This thing makes player characters kill themselves, and it is nasty. The Mantrap can be found on page 83 of the Advanced Dungeons & Dragons Monster Manual 2. Be sure to read through the description very, very carefully before you use it in your game. All that is required for this critter to be successful is for player characters to fail a savings throw versus poison. The plant sends out pollen during daylight hours, which is effective within a 60-foot radius. Failing their savings throw means that the player characters are the victim, whoever it is fascinated with the odor. The fascinated being then proceeds to the plant and climbs into the leaf traps to be dissolved. That's as per the book. Once they fail their save, they start walking. That's it. Everything else they become an automaton, essentially. The damage rates for the acetic secretion in the traps is listed so that each victim will be dissolved at a different rate. Items are also dissolved. Be sure and read up on that very thoroughly, because sometimes that part of it can be a little confusing. Victims cannot get themselves out. Once they're in the trap and it closes on them, they cannot get themselves out, and they cannot be pulled out until the plant is dead. The fascination cannot be dispelled until the odor sours 24 hours after the plant is killed, unless that plant is burned. This is just insidious. It's absolutely insidious. In my opinion, one of the most dangerous things about this plant is the fact that 50% of the time, half the time, there are two of them. So that's twice the savings throws necessary to avoid the Mantrap. It's crazy. You got to make a savings throw versus poison. Yeah, okay, I made that. Make another one. Okay. Oh crap, I failed that one. There you go. You know. A friend years ago told me a story of a game that he was playing in, and there was a group of 7 players. They were walking single file through dark woods. As they entered the 60-foot radius, one by one, they all failed their savings throws. Some of them required 2 or 3 tries, but eventually they all failed. Nobody could figure out what was going on until, of course, they failed. The entire group kept walking until they all failed, and they just kept proceeding forward until they reached the man traps. There was 2 of the man traps. They all climbed into the leaf traps, and they all died. No fuss, no muss. Even the wizard and the big bad barbarian succumbed to the fascination. It was he this particular friend was getting ready to make a character for my game, and he made he actually said, if you run man traps in this, I'm going to pack my stuff and get up and walk out. He hates that particular monster, and I kind of sort of understand his point of view, but you know, it's part of the game. I never used a man trap on that particular campaign, but this guy was deathly afraid of them in the game because he didn't think they were fair. He thought it was an unfair monster. Show me a monster that's fair, you know? At any rate, if you're going to use a Mantrap, just be careful how you use it, and be sure and read up on it really thoroughly. If some of your player characters don't fail their savings throws, they can conceivably, get the rest out, and that's cool. But if they all fail, that's a total party kill right there. Nothing you can do about it. Hope this finds everybody well. You folks have a good day. God bless one and all.
Clarissa Lowe, a historian from the future. Delmore Kane, a Civil War veteran turned outlaw. This oddball pairing faces a conspiracy of epic proportions spanning the centuries. If you like action and adventure westerns with a splash of science fiction and fantasy, check out my book series Drifters and their ongoing adventures.